Okay, so in this video we're going to look at building round walls, okay, similar to this, and how to put the studs on there. So first you need to understand what your radius is, and basically just draw the outside radius of your building. So let's say I have a 6-foot radius. Okay, so that represents the outside of my building, and then I'm just going to raise this up. This is going to become the bottom plate for your walls. So I'm going to raise this up 1.5, okay, which is the thickness of a bottom plate. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a second circle, and the second circle is going to be your radius less 3.5 inches. So how do you find the center of a circle? You hover it. You hold the cursor in compass mode, I guess, at the edge, and then you move it toward the center, and it kind of tells you where the center is. Okay, click once. Now my outside circles is 72 inches, which is 6.5. So I'm going to go 72, 71, 70, 69. So I'm going to go 68.5, 68.5 to there, and that gives me 3.5 inch difference between the two, which is with a width of a 2x4, and then I'm going to punch the middle down like that. Okay, and if you have trouble with that, just start punching and then type 1.5, and that gets rid of it. Now I'm going to group it 1, 2, 3. So that's my bottom plate. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the studs. So I'm going to take my tape measure tool, and again I need to find the center of this circle. So if you have trouble with that, then just hover it at the outside, okay, and that'll tell you where the middle is. And now you want to draw a line that's either on the green axis or the red axis. Bring it out and click it on the edge, like that. Let me try that once more. Click it on the edge, okay. So what I'm looking for is let me try the green one. Bring the green down here, click, okay. Sometimes it snaps all the way through, and sometimes it doesn't. Now, if you have trouble, if you have trouble, there we go. Okay, so now that snaps all the way through. And then this one on the red, let's try the red here. Okay, I'm going to do that one again, just to make sure it's on the red. If you have trouble, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard. The arrow key, so I just punch the arrow key, and that locks it on the red, or locks it on the green, whichever. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there is that. Now we want to draw a single stud. Okay, so let's go over here, and from this line here we're going to go in one direction. Hang on a second. Just float out here for a sec. I was just wondering what that other line is. Let me get rid of that other line. There we go. Okay, take the tape measure, and I'm going to go in here, and this line, this dotted line, represents the center of the stud. So I'm going to go half of the thickness of a stud in one direction, which is 3/4, and then I'm going to come back the other way, 1.5, which is the thickness of a 2x4. And now I actually have to use the line tool. Okay, so you can't use the rectangle tool here, it won't work. But use the line tool, and you're going to draw your first stud here. Okay, make sure there's a line. When you start to draw, make sure it's an actual line. Sometimes it doesn't do that for you. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to lift that up. Now I know I know the circle is not a perfect circle. It's broken into segments, but that's how it is with SketchUp. Okay, so I'm going to lift that up. Whoop. I'm going to lift that up. Okay, now you go however high you want to go with your studs. I'll just go that high for now. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to group that 1, 2, 3. Make it a group. Then I'm going to use the rotate tool. This is the rotate tool. Okay, so you see how it jumps to different orientations depending on the color of the protractor. So in order to lock it, sometimes it locks on its own. Like I'm going to start here, and that's fine. I want the blue protractor. When I get over here, it might jump on me. So it helps to hold the shift key down, and by holding the shift key down, it locks it in whatever orientation you want. So I want the blue, and I hold the shift key down, and that's good to go. So let me come in here. I'm going to click once at the center of the circle. See the center? Click once at the center. Okay, then come on over here. And now I got to lock it, right? So I got to lock it on the blue like that. Okay, so I'm holding the shift key down, and at that intersection, click twice. Okay, and now let's see here. Okay, let me try that again. Sometimes it takes a couple of turns. So I'm going to highlight that, okay, and then I'm going to grab the rotate tool. Go to the center, click once. Bring it over here, click twice, where that intersects, okay. I guess it's the square I'm looking for, okay, so instead of the X. See, I had it on the X before. I'll try the square this time. And there, now it starts to move, okay. So now that starts to move, I hit the Option key or a Control on a Mac. And now you start moving it to wherever it's going to go. And you click to secure it, and then multiply by, I'm not sure how many, I'm going to type times 30, so X 30, and return. And that puts a whole bunch in there for you. Okay. And it put one here. I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay, so let's back out. And there we go. Okay. And then, you know, you could have you can bring your bottom plate, put it on the top, and so on. Okay, but that gives you an idea of how to move and copy in a circle and create circular studs and circular plates. Okay, good luck.